Okay, it's Tuesday 29th of January, and this is a little experiment. I'm going to try to do some live coding and to be specific some office development coding, and completely unprepared, but this is especially to test my first live stream live coding without the other guys, and let's see if we can get this going. Well, that was a great first start. What I want to do today is do some live coding, and what I want to do is research the new Office add-ins. Well, they call it new, but it's not really new anymore. They've been around for several years already, but it seems to be that adoption is still not that high as that we used to have with the Visto, VSTO add-ins, or even VBA add-ins in Office. But these days it's a no-no to do that because it's considered to be not so secure to develop your stuff in VBA. And deployment of Visto add-ins appears to be kind of a pain to deploy this to the public. And on the other hand, if you're working in enterprises, then my guess is that Visto add-ins are still the place to be, but we want to look at some new Office add-ins, and we'll just start from scratch. Last year I already created some blog posts around it, and but I never got through to it, so I thought it was a nice combination to see if we can learn some stuff from Office development and by doing live coding. That's also giving me some pressure to do this every week and learn myself quite a few new features from what has been changed over time. I already noticed that some parts of the Office add-ins are still the same as when I blogged about it. When I blogged about it, it's on my personal blog. It's on www.Maarten van Stam, like my name, .nl. Let's see if we can share this. This is my blog from last year, and the last post was already July 24th, 2018, so that's not a really good thing. I have to update it a bit, but this is one of my better posts showing you how to encrypt your web apps and giving you full detailed explanation how to do that. But that's not what we want to do today. Let's see where my previous posts are. Happy New Year. Did I just have 2 blog posts in that year? Wow, crazy. There was so much more that I did. Let's see if we go to the Office add-ins, Office development maybe. No, this is a live presentation. JavaScript API, yes. Here they are. Word add-in in action. Getting started. What I did at first was explain the difference between Office add-ins from VBA and Visto, I should say, VSTO. Let's see. Yeah, and I created some basic add-ins. And the first one, I run into a security issue. But I'm sure that we will get into that today as well. I will put in the link to my blog post in the show notes. Down there, somewhere down there, there. Crazy. Let's see. We start with Google. And let's go Office add-in tutorial. See if we get to the Microsoft site. Yes, build your first Word add-in. Quick starts, tutorials, how-to guides. At this site you see explanation of the Office add-in documentation, like the overview about the Office add-ins, and explaining what the components are in the new Office add-in. And I think they also have some comparison to the old add-ins, although I don't see them over here. Here, how are the Office add-ins different than COM and Visto add-ins? And they explain the real difference, like they are not cross-platform, and centralized deployment with the new Office add-ins, because the other ones, Visto add-ins, you had a manifest that you needed to deploy, and that could break, and very bad stuff happening. Easy access via app source, and it is based on web technology, the new Office add-ins again. And let's see what we can do with the how-to guides, and start with our first Office Word add-in. And as I said, we start from scratch, and from scratch I mean without anything. And the thing I want to try is building something with VStudio 2019, and I really don't have a clue if they support the Office add-ins already. Let's see. Let's move this aside. What they say, let me split this in over this and over, no, not that yet. This one. What we need as a prerequisite, we can do it two ways. We can do it with VStudio. That's fairly common used tool for doing this, but they also added an option to do this from the command line. I did this already once on my blog. I'll see how where we get today. Let's start with trying to get VStudio up and running. They are mentioning VStudio 2017. But I want to see if we can do this from 2019. Project type Office. Okay, that's our first thing. Not finding what you're looking for, install more tools and features. Ta-da. And what the how-to guide told us to do was to add Office SharePoint development workload. Let's see where Office SharePoint development, that's this one. Create Office and SharePoint add-ins and SharePoint solutions and Visto add-ins, VStudio tools. Microsoft internally calls the VSTO add-ins Visto. So if you hear me saying Visto, just remind that it's VSTO add-ins that I'm referring to. Well, according to the prerequisites, we need the Office SharePoint development workload. Let's do that. What is it selecting? Office Developer Tools for VStudio, .NET Framework 4.5, .NET Framework 4.7.2, and Developer Analytics tool. So it's not even .NET Core. Let's investigate later on maybe what's why it's not adding .NET Core. Well, we already have .NET Core. Installation detail, VStudio Core editor, ASP.NET. So maybe it's already there. Let's modify this. As you can see, I already have 2017 already here. Save your work. No. I need to close my VStudio, I think. But yes, this one. Retry. Microsoft Service Hub. It's not what I have running. Retry. It was just still closing down. In the meantime, let me check my WhatsApp. You can also, I think, chat with me on YouTube. Over here, if you have questions or remarks, just let me know. I still need to incorporate the chat window in my video. And also some music, because it's kind of boring right now. And I'm broadcasting this on, I think, on YouTube and on Twitch. So, is it already finished installing? I think so. Oh, okay. What's this? Okay. Well, let's see what we got now. New project. Project type. You notice there's a new project dialog from VStudio 2019. Let's see if Office now has something in there. Well, let's see what you know. And well, that's one thing. Office SharePoint development workload is now currently installed. I need Office 2016 or later. Well, I have. Let me check. obviously it's Windows Word automatic save. And oh, it's the Dutch. Why is it Dutch? I need to change this. But I wanted to see the account and about. So it's Office 365 version 16, so it should be okay. Let me see. Office 2016 or later. Yes, create the add-in project. File new project. In the list of project types on the C#, well, this completely changed right now. Expand Office SharePoint. Probably Word Web Add-in. Let's see if it's still called Word Web Add-in. Word Web Add. Yeah, there it is. But I see two of them. And one of them is C#, and the other one is Visual Basic. Yes. Need to get some water. Get a dry mouth from talking. Let's see. What did it say? C# or Visual Basic, expand the choose add-ins and then choose Web Add-in as the project type. This way it's going to be the other way around, because you can see C#, platform, all platforms, but I changed it to, let's see, now you get all of them C#. Let's go back to the Word Web Add-in and select that. And now the instruction said name the project and choose OK, but this time it's different, because now you select this one and you say next, and now you get to the naming part. My first Word Web Add-in. Where shall we put this? Yeah, make this the same, place solution and project in the same directory. Not sure. And .NET Framework 4.6.1 or 4.7.2. Let's see what they say about this here over here. When you completed the wizard, they don't say anything about the framework, so let's just try to get the top one. And as you can see, it's not the .NET Core framework, so that's interesting. I need to ask the guys from Office about this and create the project. When you've completed the wizard, the visitor creates a solution. It contains two projects, an add-in project and a web project. Yeah, that's because the basically the add-in that you create is some sort of a web page with some information in it, and that's called from the Office host. In this case, the host application is like Word. And now it's moving to the other window again. And now I missed the instructions. Put it over here. Update the code. So it should show now two projects. This is the web add-in, the web application project, as they say. As they mentioned, call it. The other one is the add-in project. This is the add-in project. That's basically the manifest, and the manifest probably will show you where your web can be located. Contains only an XML manifest file which contains all the settings that describe your add-in. These settings help the Office host determine when your add-in should be activated and where the add-in should appear. Visual Studio generates contents of this file for you so that you can run the project and use the add-in immediately. You change these settings anytime by modifying the XML file. Yes, probably. So that's this one. And what you see over here is important ID must be unique. So there's the add-in ID. So that's not that interesting. Provider name. That's me. In this case, contoso.com. Yeah, interesting. A lot of contoso in here. And let's see. Now we're going to update the code. Update the code home.html. As this is just plain HTML. My guess is that you can also create just an, instead of this web-in. I'm still not sure why it's not providing .NET Core. Let's see. What it's showing is change the code. Let's just click the copy button over here and go to the home, the HTML. Let's see, it started with the body. Completely the body. Copy the code back in from the instruction. Choose the button below to add a boilerplate text by using the word JavaScript API. Add a quote from Rolf Waldo Emerson, blah blah blah. And let's see. Open the home.js. And this file specific script for the add-in. Replace the entire contents with the following code and save the file. Copy. And then let's see. It's also including the complete file from here. Yes. So the function and this one. That's interesting. In the demo there is the use strict is outside the function, and over here you see it inside the function. Let's kill this. See if it's complete. See, over this one has the use strict on the outside. Back to the description. Next, we probably going to change the CSS. Yes. Copy that. Move it into the CSS over here. Save it all. File. Save all. Update the manifest. Let's take this to the next one and open the manifest. Open the manifest file in the add-in project. This file, yes. The provider name element is a placeholder value. Yeah, that's what I just mentioned. Change it with your name. That's me. the default value attribute of the display name element is a placeholder. Replace it. Let's see that display name is this default. Replace it with my office. And in we're just copying the from the instructions. Default value attribute of the description element as a placeholder. Replace it with the task pane add-in for Word. Copy. Task pane add-in for Word. Yes, save the file. So it looks like something like this. Provider name is my own provider name. Language English US. My office add-in. Task pane add-in for Word. Yeah, that's okay. And to try it out, use Visual Studio. Test a new created Word add-in by pressing F5 or choosing the Start button to launch Word with the Show Task Pane add-in button displayed in the ribbon. Now let's see if we can just hit F5. See if it's working right out of the box. F5, starting to build. Ta-da! Drum roll. Oh, that's not a drum roll. Look, is that the same one? Show task pane. Get started with your sample add-in. Your sample add-in will be loaded successfully. Go to the Home tab and click the Show Task Pane button to get started. And because I had, for some reason, my Word is in Dutch, I should change that for the audience. Let's see if we can do that. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Where is the option? Where are the options? Options. They completely changed the layout of this. Now account is on this part and the options as well. Let me see the language. Because I'm used to the English version, I'm also searching for all options. I think it's somewhere over here. Here, towel. It's called towel. It's English and installed. Display should be the same as the Windows, but that's not what I want. And there's no English here over here. Collect more languages. Oh my god. File options language. File options language. That's what I did. Is English not in the list? Yeah, English is in the list. Well, let's keep it this way, but I need to change this to English for the next episode if we're going forward with this, then because I don't think most of you are not able to read the Dutch language, I think. On the other hand, we may have some Dutch audience over here. Let's click the button and see what's going on. It's telling me my office add-in. Look at it. Add quote to Ralph Waldo Emerson. And add quote from Anton Chekhov. And add Chinese proverb. Add a Chinese proverb. Wow. Look at this. This is our first add-in. Office add-in without too much issues. And this is generic. Here you see the title that we, the description that we changed, my Office add-in with my name on it. And let's see if what happens if we push the button. Ta-da! Hit your wagon 2-star. What happens if I do it another time? Do I get the same? Ta-da! Just the same. And a quote from Anton Chekhov. Knowledge is no value unless you put it into practice. Right. And now just kill this and add a Chinese proverb. To know the road ahead, ask those coming back. Wee, wee, wee. Okay, well that's the first add-in that we created for Word using Visual Studio, and let's go over the code and see if we can recognize some of the parts. Let's see, we had the HTML. On the home, there you have it. And if you put the Word one next to it, let me see if we can do it like this. Then you see the welcome. Oh, oops. The welcome in the title, and then add 3 quotes, and that's only it. And what it's doing. Let's see with the JavaScript. Yeah, what the JavaScript is doing, it has 3 functions on here. The 3 functions to add in the quotes. Insert Amazon quote at selection. Can we make this bigger? Yeah. Insert Amazon quote at selection, and what it does is doing in the words run, it's getting the context of the document. It looks where it's currently selected, where the selection object is, and at that range that it collected from the selection, insert a text, hit your wagon 2-star. Wow. Well, if there's some error, then you get the JSON stringify error. But there's also the other one, the Chekhov quote, doing exactly the same thing, but with another text. And the Chinese proverb, same thing. Oh, it also puts some information in the logging. Well, we get to that later on, I think. What you see is if this Office is on ready, then the document is ready. Office context requirement is set supported. There's Word API 1.1. And what you see is that you have the triggers on the button for the Emerson, Chekhov, and the proverb. You probably see the ID in over here. See the ID Emerson, Chekhov, proverb. And you have the ID supported version. Interesting. Is that in the dialog as well? Let's see. No, it's not showing that. Obviously, because, yeah. Just letting you know that this code will not work with your version of Word. Yes, if in case that's if in case your is supported is not working, we can force it that you can even put the information in there. It's interesting. This code is using Word 2016 or later. Okay. Is there something in the output window? View output. Nothing. Nothing to see over here. Can you put a break in here? F9. Let's see if Office context requirements is supported. Let's see what's Quick Watch. True, it's supported. Then actually, yeah, like this. Interesting. Now you get the pain again. Cool. Okay, let's close this and see if we can do this. We don't save it, just close it, and then an exception is thrown. I'm just going to ignore this because we now try to see if we can do this without Visual Studio. Where is my page? Did I close the page? Google. Offsetting tutorial. Back to this one. Now let's do this with, let's see, any editor. Bash. Ooh, I don't think so. What you need? Node.js. I think I have Node.js. Let me see. Command line. Let's see. Main directory, live stream. Let's first see if we got the Yeoman Generator already. The Yeoman Generator. It's on GitHub. This is Mr. Yeoman. Where's the command line? There's the command line. npm. Let's see if I get npm. Yes. npm install global Yeoman Generator. There's Office. I think that's the one. There we go. Sanity checks, global configuration is valid, node path is available, Node.js is available, no PowerC file in home directory, no YoRC file. npm version, Yo version 2.5, generator 1.1.24. Okay, should be okay. Create the add-in project. Let's see, Yo Office. Constantly looking for a way to make Yo better. Maybe anonymously report user statistics. Well, let's do that. What's with privacy? No privacy over here. Oops. Oh, very great. There's an error. Util promisify. Let's copy that. Node.js util promisify. Probably the wrong version. Let's see. What do we have over here? npm this version. What is the version? Let's see. Install npm latest G. Oh, okay. Yeah, that stupid npm install. What do we have right now? Oh. Six 6.7.0, and we had, what was it previously? 6.4.1. Okay, let's see if that changed a bit. I'm not really a command line guy, so let's see what we can do. npm list. What's the global list? Oops, that's a lot. Deduped. Wow. Alright, let's do this. Keep to remember this every time. There's 0. Okay. Now I need to see if I can update all the installed packages, because I think maybe one of them is outdated. Well, let's first see if we can do the Yo Office thing again. Yo Office. Cool. Pretty sure that we have some outdated stuff over here. Promise file is equal, is not a function. What do we see over here? Stack Overflow. ECMAScript 6, version 5, need constants require the promise file. Add a change API. Oh. So it looks like the Yeoman Generator is outdated. Let's see what we have. Google. Yeoman. Let's see if I'm the only one. It's not in the context of Yeoman. Any one of you have clues to see how we can get this solved? The idea is that the Yeoman generator is generating this. When is the last time it was updated? July 2018. It's about the same time my last blog post was around. Yeah, this is not office specific, but this one should be. So what is the instruction telling us? It's not even coming to this because it's immediately died on us, and then doing the same things that we did in Visual Studio. It's interesting. We also need to sideload Office in when done. While this is already done by VStudio. Okay, we need to check this, I think. Give the guys in Redmond a call and see why it's not working. It's the latest version of Yeoman. Is that the latest version? Install Global Yo. Maybe my Yo is outdated. npm install global yo. I haven't checked what the latest version was that I got installed. Maybe we get an update. Did we get an update? Updated one package. So which one did it update? Yo Doctor? Let's see. Because over here I think we only installed the generator. Yo Office. Darn it. Well, that's my first failing demo for today. So, as we are still trying and getting up and running, that's not that bad. But it also gives me an item to get in contact with the office professionals in Redmond. See what's going on over here. Maybe I can find it out myself. But as this time we are stuck with the Yeoman Generator. Oops. Yeah. What? 6, 11, 2. And what was the other one? Oh. 6, 11, 2. 6. It's already 10. Really? Well, let's see what's happening if we just do this. Still with me? Because this is very heavy stuff. I also have my Office Insider hat on. Maybe that helps. Finish. CMD. I should stick to Visual Studio, I think, because that was a lot easier. Ta-da! Yes, it was the hat. I think it's the hat. Must be. Where are my instructions? I lost my instructions. Let's Google it again. Google. Office Add-in tutorial. And go back to this one and go to the any editor option. We did install this one. Now we go to do this. Let's see if we can get them in one screen. Choose the Office Add-in project using jQuery. I think we can just use the arrow. Yeah, jQuery framework, that's the one. Enter. Choose the script type, JavaScript. Wow, that's plain JavaScript. Who doesn't like JavaScript? Yeah. What do you want to name your add-in? Let's see. My second Office add-in, just to differentiate from the other one. And the one is supposed to be for Word. Wow. After you complete the wizard, the generator will create a project and install supporting node components. Yes, you should have done that in the first place. Navigate to the root folder of the project. If it's done, it's still running. Maybe we can change the fonts a bit. Fonts. Okay. Yeah. Still running. And the next steps, you obviously see the same thing. Let's close the other ones over there and over there. After this, we're going to update the code again with some information that we also entered for the Visual Studio tools. No, not Visual Studio tools. Visual Studio environment. And this way we do it in a more easy way. Congratulations, your add-in has been created. Your next step, launch your local web server via nvm start. You also need to trust the self-signed certificate for the site if you haven't done that. Duh. Sideload the add-in into your Office application. Yeah. Depends. Let's see first what we need to do here. Say the cd my Second Office add-in. There it is. Let's see, in your code editor, open index.html code. Let's see if we can do this way. Let's see, index.html, this one, and we need to copy the information back in. Copy in the body again, and the body over here. Let's see, paste. Oh, I'm used to Visual Studio formatting the document, and the other one. Source index, what was the other one? Also in the subfolder? I don't think so. Copy this from the source index JavaScript, source index JavaScript. Let's see. A V document ready. Yeah. Then there's the quotes again. App CSS. Copy. App CSS. Where are the app CSS? In the root of the project. There it is. Ctrl A, Ctrl V. Save. Now we update the manifest again. Where's the manifest? This one. And there's the provider name. Let's put this in. Live coding office. Second office add-in. And let's make that another task pane add-in for Word. Okay, save, close. Let's see, start a server, npm start. A lot of stuff over here. Second, start blah blah blah. Live stream webpack server dev search. Yeah. And I remember from my blog post that I actually had to indeed need to update the certificate for this. But let's see what's going on if we put this in here. Oh, yes, it's not private. Oh, there it is. So as you see, it's the add-in is basically just a web page as served by the web server. But if I now click these things, there's nothing happening because it's not in the context of Word. Now we need to sideload, I think, the add-in for within Word. So open either, that's what we did, either Internet Explorer, navigate to, if the page loads without any certificate errors, proceed to the next section, try it out. If your browser indicates that the site is not trusted, proceed the following step. The Office add-in should use HTTPS, not HTTP, even when you are developing. If your browser indicates that the site certificate is not trusted, you will need to add a certificate as trusted certificate by adding self-signed certificate as trusted root certificate for details. See add. Yes, I did that also in my blog post. Let me see if I can quickly see that. Search certificate office. Yes, that was quite a lot over here. Ta-da! There you go. See, the same thing. What did we do over here? Always useful, such open SSL. Let's go back. Is that the same as they discuss over here? Let's see what's in the instructions over here. Get a certificate in Chrome. Chrome. Windows. This looks like a little bit easier than OS X Windows. Take the following step to set up the certificate authority for the local host. Go to project root search. Well, that's very clear. Not. Oh, it's in the project. Let's see. Let's use the Explorer for that. Data, projects, live stream. There's this, and there's a search folder in here. Double click the CACRT, double click. Where did it go? Over here. And now you see it's not trusted yet because there's a big red cross around it. Install certificate. Where do we store this? Local machine. Local machine next. Let's see. Okay. Place all certificates in the following store. Select Trusted Root Certificate Authorities. And select OK. Select Next. Finish. Import was successful. Yay! So, there you have it. You now have a self-signed certificate installed on your machine. Okay. Now let us check this to go to localhost, and I think it was 3000. Ta-da! But it's still saying not secured. And certificate's invalid. Why is it invalid? No, it's not invalid. I should say, oh, because I didn't actually use that. No. Interesting. But at least it loads without issues. Let's see. Chrome browser may continue to indicate the site certificate is not trusted even after you have completed success by adding. Therefore, you should use either Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge to verify that the certificate is trusted. Wow, that's crazy stuff. Let's see. Local host 3000. It should say HTTPS. See, there you have it. And certificate is identify, blah blah blah. Great, view certificate. Valid certificate. Wow. We're getting there. Yes, we're getting there. Now we need to sideload the add-in within Word. To sideload the add-in within Word, follow the instructions for the platform you'll use to run the add-in. Now, let's say Word for this time. Windows. Sideload Office add-ins in on Windows. There's a okay. Easy peasy. You can install an Office add-in for testing Office client running Windows by publishing the manifest to the network file share instruction below. If your add-in project was created with the Yo Office tool, there's an alternative way of sideloading that might work for you. See sideload Office add-in using the sideload command. Wow. npm run sideload only works for Excel, Word and PowerPoint add-in that run on Windows, and only for add-in projects that were created by the Yo Office tool. And guess what? We just did that. We created a tool, the add-in with Yo. Let's see. Let's. Oh, that's still running, obviously. Let's create another one. Simply. Let's go back. Data projects. Live stream. Oh. Yeah. CD data projects live stream. And what did we need to do? npm run sideload. npm run sideload. My second. Oh, look what's it doing right now. Now I'm wondering. Where's my command line? Over here. My second sideload, blah blah. Office toolbox sideload manifest. It's a word generating file. It's generating. It's generating a document. Opening the document. For more information how to sideload Office, visit blah blah blah. Let me Try to copy this. Copy. Notepad. Let's remember this. Yeah, that's the same page as this one. I think. No, it is different. Sideload offset settings for testing the use sideload command. Wow, it's the same page. Oh, this one is the one below and the one up there. Interesting. So let's see if this now has the same task pane. Yay, my second office add-in. Now what you see is that you still have the same functions here. And do this and add quote from Chekhov and add Chinese proverb. Which one was Chinese? Chinese. To know the road ahead, ask those coming back. Yeah, smart ass. Oh, well, language. Well, what you see is the second office add-in. But what happens if I close this one? Yeah, open it again, close it. But now I will kill my server. Let's kill the server and see what's going on if we do this. Yeah, now you see my second office add-in is still this did get this from the manifest, and so that's the reason that the title is still there, but it wasn't able to find the running server where the app should be hosted. So back to E. npm start. Yeah, compiled successfully. Now we try again. And there you have it. How cool is this? Well, I think this was our first attempt to do this. We built our first and our second Office add-in for Word, for Office, for Word, Microsoft Word. And by the way, we can also see if we can do this for Word Online, maybe. Sideload Office add-ins and Office Online. Yeah. Office add-in Office Online. Okay, sign into your Office account. Walk through the process. What's like this?
In this video,
yeah, this is a very long video.
How to sideload an Office add-in into either Office for Desktop or Office Online. Now, for sideloading, if you already have someone who had gone and published a website, it's going to be the. You can go ahead and skip a little bit ahead. Project, you process code, and also for time's sake, this project with Visual Studio Code. I've already installed the dependency, so I can just do npm start. But the website is in fact running.
Yeah, we already did that.
And the way that I usually do this is I will go and create myself a folder. I usually just create it on the C drive, and once you've done it once, So you come over here and you just select yourself. What this does is it create. I come over here to Word, File, Options, Trust Center. Trust Center.
Well, let's do this another time. I don't think that's very useful right now. What I wanted to say is that you can also sideload the add-in with your Office Online versions. And the other one is on your iPad on the Mac. Sideload Outlook add-ins is something different, but well, let's keep it for today. What we did was build a Word add-in twice. We built one using the Visual Studio experience, and what you've seen is that the Visual Studio experience is a lot better. It's just as we are expecting from Visual Studio. It's just building your code, hit F5, and it just runs. We've seen that with Office, Visual Studio Tools for Office, Visto add-ins as well. The other one was the second add-in we built with a Yeoman Generator. Well, you've seen some issues there because a node was outdated, and we had to update the Yeoman Generator itself. Instructions just mentioned the update or the installation of the Office generator, but that's only one part of the story. So make sure that you have the node updated and all your packages that's already in your global store updated. As you've seen, there's some issues if you don't do that, and yeah, that was our learning for today. So hope to see you next time, and maybe you want to put some of the add-ins in maybe a Word Online or in Excel. Let's see how it's going, and eventually we want to be a master in building Office add-ins, and even in the end I'd like to go into developing some stuff against the Microsoft Graph, so you can collect Outlook information or Exchange information to build your specific applications around Office and Microsoft 365. They call it Microsoft 365 these days because it's a lot more than just Office. But well, let's see how this is going. I think we are already now almost 1 hour and a half in, and let's see you next time. Bye bye.